All right, folks, how's it going? So I got actually 14 February 2022. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon, man. The day was a hell of a day, and it was a hell of a night last night. Uh, I hope you guys had a wonderful day, because it's really kind of like at the end of the day here, but in other places, but it's never really the end of the day here in Las Vegas, where I live. Shout out to all my folks back home out east, out there around the Norfolk area. My people's up in Philly, and my people's on my mom's side out there in Tennessee. All right. And thanks for your time, though, everybody. So I figure I'm going to get into, there's not really a lot to talk about. All right. It seems like everything that I want to talk about is just kind of like stable, particularly, or stag, I'll say, particularly over there in the far Eastern Europe. Not a lot of current events to put out. I did put out a incident that happened Saturday about Kodak Black. You can check that out. But I want to talk about here gig work, okay? Um, and then that's basically like you're doing apps, and they have a lot of different services that you could do, okay? That you really have to in the field of transportation, okay? Now I'm gonna tell you something. This work is not easy, and it's not for everybody, okay? But it is work, and it could be potentially dangerous. And I'll get into that here in just a second. All right. Now, I made some videos about the type of work that I do. I got into that type of work in 2016. I was in petroleum supply 20 years. Most of that time that I did that when I was in the Army for about 12 years. And after I got out, I went overseas to work transportation, drive trucks with fuel in it, working at the like the airstrip, okay, fueling planes for like the Air Force and the Army. I ran fuel points, worked in package, what they call packaged products like oils and different stuff. All right, you have to account for it. Tank farms and that type of stuff. I did that for about 3 or 4 years, and after when I got back home, I worked at the airport, Las Vegas airport, for about 2.5 years. All right, where I'll probably pump I don't know, like between 50 and 100,000 gallons of fuel every day. All right, now from like what they call the hydrant systems. Okay, if you've seen that fuel systems. Um, that work died in 2016, and I got into gig work. That's basically where there's different apps where you do driving services like Uber and Lyft. I got a couple of other ones that I do, like Amazon Flex, Roadie, where you take stuff from like Home Depot, Walmart, that type of stuff. Dispatch. You take paints and tires and all that good stuff, though. All right, I kind of bumped into that, and I was able to combine the apps and be able to kind of make it my own little transportation business. Okay, where you have to maintain your own car, you pay your own taxes, you have to account for your own gas. You're pretty much your own boss. And I see a lot more people doing that, or start, kind of doing their own business as such. Okay, finding their own kind of gig. The only thing is, it's not as much money as it was. Not quite as much, but you're really your own boss, and you control your own, schedule and hours. If you got your own, as we say back home, can't nobody touch you. I did videos on that. If you scroll back, I did videos on the type of work that I do. All right. But the thing is, you need to have a clean driving record. You need to have a clean background. Okay. Uber out here in Las Vegas is probably the best job that you probably could get as far as in doing gig work And you really don't have to have really any experience. But like I told you though, all right, you need to have a clean background and a clean driving record, okay, to be able to do that. All right, I know a lot of people that can't because they don't have that, okay, or the driving record, all right, is checkered. But that's what I've been doing for about 5-6 years. And, you know, it's just what I do. I don't want to brag or anything, all right, but I'm very good at what I do, all right. And I make a fairly good living off that. But it is dangerous, and it's not easy, and it's not meant for everybody. Some people may do it for the time. Some people may just, you know, do it to pay the bills. If they want to do it like that, that's fine. Hey, it pays the bills. Or just some people, you know, they try to make a career out of it. Just like, you know, me. That's just what I do. Okay. I say that when it's not easy because I almost got in an accident last night. There was a guy, I was coming from like the Super Bowl party. I went there at the, what they call the Blue Martini down there by the airport. I'm downloading a video on some footage about the maskless party at the on my Street Rat channel. Just went, you know, checked out the halftime show and all that. And actually, I was coming up the interstate, and there was a guy in a Jeep that had a control arm on the front right side that broke, and he screeched out and spun out right in front of me, and I was lucky to stop about 100 feet behind him. All right, I had to brake hard, and his car was on fire, and I basically had to get out and tell him to get his ass away from the car because his Jeep was on fire. You know what I'm saying? I had to see if that guy's okay. There was traffic being blocked. And yeah, you know, I was kind of like trapped right, so I couldn't get around the right side because they had 3 or 4 other lanes that people was, you know, trying to get around the car so they won't get blown up. And I didn't want this car to blow up in front of me, okay? So I tried to go around the right side. There was barely enough room, and I was blocked, okay? So I had to direct some traffic around me, and I had to tell them basically with a sense of urgency to get their ass away from the car. Now, I was lucky that that Jeep didn't blow up in front of me, all right? But I've seen plenty of accidents, okay? Some near miss, all right? Ambulances or whatever, you know, going across the street when I might be going across the light. So it's one of the things you have to keep a swiveling head. But it is work, y'all, okay? But, you know, it's one of the things that, again, you have to stick with it, all right? You can't let people, you know, frustrate you and stuff because, hey, that's just customer service. And yes, it's not easy. And if you do it long enough, there's going to be accidents around you and so forth. So, but I'm happy to be able to help people. The fire went out and the guy was okay, and I was able to drive around and get away from it before that car could have blew up in my face. But check out those other videos, okay, on the gig work that I do, okay? But yeah, I hope that, you know, I can get some credit for this, you know, acting with a sense of urgency, you know, and Most High can use that credit for me to get my blessings. So let me know what you think about the video here. Leave your comments and check out some of the other videos there, okay? Gig work. All right, roll back and look at those videos. I do Amazon Flex, Lyft at the time, but now I do Uber. I've been doing Uber for 6 months. So Uber, Amazon Flex, Roadie, and Dispatch. Check those videos out, all right? You look hard enough, you'll find them.